All right, welcome back. We are outside. It's a beautiful day. So hopefully you can hear us over the birds singing in the treetops and the wind blowing through the trees. We're excited to have Kelsey Kaeb here today. I think we've interviewed your whole family except you. So you're the last but not least. So what are you doing this summer?
So right now I'm volunteering at Gateway.
Okay.
So just helping Cooper out, helping out with Clark whenever they need it, and then like on top of that, I'm just taking 2 summer classes. And,
Cool.
yeah.
So we'll get into house parenting because you're a house parent kid or ex-house parent kid or however you want to say it. But where are you at throughout the school year? You're not here going to school, right?
No, I'm actually back in Bloomington, Illinois, going to Heartland Community College, and then I'll transfer to ISU.
Okay. How has that been, kind of going back to Illinois?
I mean, it was definitely a transition, but it helped, like, having family back. And then, I don't know, I had, like, old friends, and then we kind of, like, lost contact, like, once I moved. And then, so it's nice to, like, come back and, like, see a bunch of my old friends and be like, hey, like, we used to hang out together, and now we can, like, still hang out and, like, talk and...
Sure.
Yeah.
So how old were you guys when you moved out initially for house parenting?
I was 9.
9, okay. Wow. And so how hard was it to build those friendships back up again? I mean, obviously some maybe a little easier than others, but...
For, like, going back?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of them were, like, from scratch. Like, there was a lot of people that I didn't know. So
Sure.
it was just, like, I started completely over. But then there were a couple people that I was, like, we knew and stuff like that.
Cool. And so what are you studying?
Social work.
Okay. Very fitting for
Yes.
Gateway Woods. So,
Yep.
how many years of school is that?
So right now I'm going for 4.
Okay.
And then I will, depending on where I go, I will hopefully go back and get my master's if they need it.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to do.
Sure, okay. So obviously Gateway Woods is an opportunity for social work, but counseling would be another part of that? Or?
Yeah, counseling, foster care, caseworker type stuff.
Cool. So obviously, has this just been a year of school?
Yes.
Okay, so have you gotten into too much of the social work yet, or is it just kind of gen ed?
A lot of gen eds. I've done like an intro to social work class and like a psychology class, so a little bit. And so far, the stuff that I like took that was related or semi-related, I enjoyed a lot. But just a lot of gen eds.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I think sophomore, junior year, then you kind of say, okay, for sure I like this part of social work, and kind of have a better idea then. But always welcome to come back to Gateway.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
very good. So go back to house parenting. As a house parent kid, what was kind of a fun memory that you have, or that you can even share with the residents today as a volunteer?
There are so many memories. Like being a house parent kid, like the residents were like the older siblings that I never had, and like I always wanted. Like I remember praying and being like, God, I don't know if there's a way, but I really want an older sibling, or like a couple older siblings. And then we came to Gateway, and it's kind of like God answered that prayer, and so it's like my wish came true. So I had a lot of fun with the residents. We had a lot of fun like on our house trips. I remember one we went to a lake house, and we had like singing battles. And,
Singing battles?
Yeah, so we would try to make up like our own like song or something like with the residents, and we just like stay up late playing games. And it was a lot of fun. Just
That sounds a lot of
them.
fun. So, what kind of activities have you been doing here this summer volunteering?
A lot of different activities. So we've done, like today we were working on trimming some trees and shoveling some dirt. We've gotten some stuff for Willowbridge, like picked it up from people's houses and taken it to Willowbridge to the trailer. We've done some demo work, cleaning out gutters.
Okay.
Just whatever needs to be done, pretty much.
Good. A willing heart. That's good. So what is, looking at Gateway, kind of your earliest memories probably when you moved out? Okay. So looking back, how has Gateway kind of changed your life, or kind of just been an impact to you?
Yeah. Well, Gateway has, like, I don't know, just a huge place in my heart. When I moved here, it was really hard because it was a huge transition. for me, and I was just like, what am I getting myself into? And I thought, like, my parents, like, it's just my parents' work, like, I'm not making a difference. And then I realized, like, I can make an impact on these kids just as much as my parents can. Like, I'm in the house with them, and I'm interacting with them, and so it kind of taught me just how to work with the residents, and that they're like family to me, and I just can be a light for them. So yeah, it grew me in many different ways, like spiritually, and just also realizing like my gifts and what I'm passionate about. And so that's the whole reason why I wanted to go into social work, because I realized, hey, I love working with people, and I'm really passionate about people and about this organization, and that was just something that Gateway showed me with interacting with the residents, with having job shadowing or with internships, just being like, hey, this is something that I would be good at, this is something that I'm passionate about, and this is something that I think that God wants me to do. So that was all stuff from Gateway with the residents. Definitely got my wheels turning with them being like, you should be a counselor, because I would walk the track and talk with them and stuff. And so that got my wheels turning, and I was like, what about social work? Like, I don't know, I can't really see myself in counseling, like maybe that is, but definitely going the social work route, trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, both your mother and Aunt Krista say hey.
Okay.
And your mom wants to know, as a house parent kid, what were some highlights you remember with the summer volunteers?
Summer volunteers. So I loved Kids Camp.
Yeah.
So Kids Camp is like every single week on a certain day. This year is on Thursdays. And it was just so much fun because the volunteers, like you would go to Kids Camp and you would be with all the kids on campus, like all the house parent kids, and you'd just play games with the volunteers, and I absolutely loved it. And so I remember like we would ask so many times a day, when's Kids Camp? How many hours until Kids Camp? What time's Kids Camp again? What time is it now? And just like question after question after question.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you guys like just need to be patient, like it's coming, it's fine. And then also like when they would come over for lunch, like there were times where we'd like just lay in the living room and play with Legos, and the volunteers just like got on the floor and just started playing with us. And so that was a lot of fun because they interacted with you, and they just kind of like, they saw you, and they were like, I know that you're here, and I want to talk with you, I want to play with you, like, I'm here, it's not like I'm here to work, I'm here to be a light and an example to those around me.
Yeah, when we think of Gateway summer volunteering, we think, okay, I'm going to go paint this room, and that's definitely part of it, or clean the gutters that you said, but it's about relationships with house parent kids, house parents, staff, residents, and it's a great community. It's a safe environment to build those relationships and establish that trust, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great way just to be a role model to those around you, like whether it's the residents and just them seeing like a willing heart, like you're coming here and you're not getting paid to do this, but you're interacting with them. And the house parent kids, like the volunteers were like the coolest people, like in my eyes, like they were just awesome. I was like, you guys are just amazing, and I love each and every one of you.
Well, I think you guys have carried on that legacy, because I remember having a couple house parent kids over at the gym 2 days early saying they were going to wait there for Kids Camp.
It's a lot of fun. So it's fun to like, now I'm the volunteer, and so now I can be like, I was in their shoes, and I know like what it's like to be a house parent kid, and like how much I love the volunteers and how much I love just having people around. And so it's fun just to see both sides.
Very good. Any other comments? So summer, how would you encourage somebody that's maybe thinking about coming to volunteer for even a day or just the rest of the summer?
Well, we need volunteers, and it's just, like, you won't regret it.
Yeah. And,
like, you shouldn't be worried if it's something that you're worried about. Like, I don't have the skills. Like, we're not doing super hard work. Like, some of the stuff is harder work, but it's just odd jobs here and there, and if you just come with a willing heart, then that's really, like, all you need is just coming with a willing heart, willing to serve. And, we have a lot of fun being volunteers, and, like, give you places to stay, we feed you, like, I don't know, it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy even getting to know, like, having people come from other churches, and just, like, getting to know other people, and also being able to see Gateway for what it is, instead of just coming for the auction, because it's so different.
Yeah. So one could say it's an all-inclusive experience.
Today.
Very good. So they still do some praise singings or kind of Bible studies?
Yeah. So we have a lot of events throughout the week.
Okay.
So there's like they're singing on the dock. There's basketball for the guys. There's volleyball and Cedars singing at the nursing home. And there's Bible study, and there's Bluffton Leo night. So
Wow.
there's lots of events going on, and so you get involved with the Leo Young Group, you get involved with the residents, you get involved with the volunteers. So it's just awesome just to kind of like see a bunch of different people and see a bunch of different aspects. So it's not just coming out and volunteering.
Yeah, very good. So auction is obviously right around the corner. What's kind of one of your favorite auction memories?
I mean, I love just the atmosphere of the auction and just like taking it all in and just watching everybody. But I remember when I was a kid, like the auction and when they were setting up for the auction was like so cool because there was just so many things to do. And we would actually crawl under the stage. We would make a maze with the little things that they would put under the stage, and we just crawl under the stage and try to find our way out and hope that we didn't get stuck. So that was a memory from when I was a kid. Probably wasn't supposed to do it, but we did it anyway.
We won't let Joe know.
So yeah, that was definitely a memory. But yeah, just watching all that happens because so many people come and like they're giving to Gateway and they're giving their time and they're giving their money, and it's just I don't know, it's amazing just to like go around and see, as well as like the prep work, like just being able to like help auction week and like help with all the items with assembling and taking them out to the tents and like seeing all the work that goes into the auction because there's so much work that goes into it, and then seeing the result of it. So just being there the day of the auction and just seeing all the support from the community and from the church is just really awesome to see just how all this gets put together.
For sure. Being on the committee, I mean, I've had all facets. Being a kid, kind of come into the auction with my parents, and then being a staff, kind of going, watching, being on duty, if you will, and now being on the committee and kind of seeing. It's been amazing to me, kind of see definitely all those willing people just coming out and helping put it all together, because it is a massive undertaking. But God blesses it, and we're thankful for that because it's always a blessing. So.
Matt Hoffman says hi. Is that an uncle?
Yes.
Okay. And then your mom brought up another way that you've been involved, especially around auction time, is 224. Can you share a little bit about your experience with the ride there?
Yeah. So I can't even remember what year I did it, but it's been quite a few years that I did it. That was also a really good experience because that's another way that you can support Gateway. Like they're raising money for Gateway and they're riding, and it's like people like they see you on bikes and they're like, what on earth, like what are you doing? Like you're just riding bikes for fun, and you're like, well actually it's for Gateway, and then you can tell them about Gateway. So it was awesome because you're riding out to support Gateway, and you're able to tell people about Gateway on the way, and you're able to talk with the people that you're riding with and get to know people that way. And then I think what really got me is I've always been there welcoming in the riders when they ride in to Gateway and when they finish. And I saw the other side of it, and I was able to actually ride in, and I was like, just saw all the support. And was like, this is so cool. And it was just a lot of fun just to be like, yeah, we're supporting you, but then like to feel supported and be like, now it's the other way around. And it was a good experience.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite times of the auction week, is just that moment when all the riders, and it's kind of been my job and Emily's job, kind of like corralling all the people. It's like, hey, they're coming, or when are they coming, or and just kind of getting that, and then everybody lines up, and then just they come in, and we actually have some drone footage of them converging. I don't know if that's the right word, but coming together at a point.
That's a good word.
So right there on the corner of Klovenstein and Grable Road, and it's just it's awesome just to kind of see it come together. I don't know, that's a special memory for me as well.
And it's just like there's just so much support in like so many different aspects, and it's just, I don't know, it's really cool to see just like how you can support, and like with prayer, with helping out, with giving your time, with supporting them riding in. You know, it's cool.
Very good. So We do have openings for house parents. Obviously, you don't fit that bill at this point, being single, but I guess an assistant. But if you were to speak to somebody on being a house parent, obviously being a house parent kid, how that affected your family, and speak to that, and then even the assistants, how they were kind of a mentor to you as well.
Yeah.
Obviously being a little bit older than you.
Yeah. So when we moved out here, I think our whole entire family was terrified because we didn't know what we were getting into. I had absolutely no idea what Gateway was. I had never been to the auction before that. I was just kind of like, I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving my friends, I'm going to a whole new place. I don't know how I feel about this. And I'm sure my parents were nervous and terrified because you're working with kids from rough backgrounds and you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and you have younger kids, and it's like, how are your kids going to interact with the residents? And I can see where that can be a big fear for a lot of people, as it probably was for us. But the kids, I saw with my siblings, we just meshed with the kids and we were just a family, and it was just really awesome to see, because they would just kind of break down, they'd be all tough, and then they'd see a little kid and they'd just open up and just start playing with them. It brought our family closer, with just interacting with our family and with the residents. We worked together as a family to speak to these residents and to interact with them and just to be a light for them. So that was something that was just really cool, and it just grew all of us, I think, spiritually. Just seeing how blessed we are, because we have so much, and these kids are coming and they're not as blessed as we've been, with great parents and family and a really supportive, awesome church. They don't have stuff like that, and it's there's so much stuff that we take for granted, and when you actually see, it can be very humbling.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to add, or?
I mean, I could probably add a lot of different things, but we've been here for a while.
Okay.
So
That's fine. Facebook gives us maybe up to 4 hours, so. But I appreciated this time, and just appreciate your willingness to come back, because there's a lot of things you can do with your summer, in between college semesters, and it's encouraging for staff and for house parents for sure, to see people coming willing to come on, to volunteer, and to just really invest.
Yeah.
And so thank you for that.
It's an awesome experience.
So we do, like we mentioned, still have needs for house parents, and you can join us tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, but wherever you're at, we're going to pray and just really kind of open up our hearts to God, and just please move in the right people to be those house parents to help fill the needs, because we are short a few families, and it's very hard, but we know that with hardness, it's an opportunity to trust further and deeper into what God has for us. So if you want to join wherever you're at in your house at 9:30 p.m., just pray for Gateway Woods, pray for the auction, pray for house parents, pray for the openings that we have, and the staff that is here, that they would be just bolstered and encouraged as well. And pray for volunteers, because we need those to get us through the rest of this summer, and we will see you next week.